いけないって。これからいけないことするんじゃ。いけないこと？やってから考えるよ。あいた。
Recently, I made a video about 10 romance animes with happy endings. As I mentioned, these anime may have happy endings, where the couples are united, but that doesn't mean they have some melancholy in between. So, this week, here are 10 anime that give you the laughs, while showing you how the main couple falls in love. And just to make things interesting, I've also included some underrated shows you must watch. Here we go, boys.
食事はこうで取れ。金星人だからな。
Arakawa Under the Bridge is one of those underrated gems you're going to find while watching anime. No, you don't get sceneries of visual comedy or some cliched events getting a comedic trajectory. This is all about dialogue. You've got witty humor, sarcastic dialogue, and some cute scenarios added to them as well. Speaking of the anime, it happens when Ku Ichinomiya runs in with some kids and falls into the river running underneath Arakawa Bridge. A girl named Nina saves him, but this is actually a curse. Ku's family has a tradition of being indebted to anyone who saves their life. And now, Ku needs to fulfill the girl's one and only request, become her boyfriend.
私に恋をさせてくれないか。
はい。
Soon, he begins to live under the bridge with its comedic people, and a rather subtle attraction develops between the main couple. If you're the one for those ironic jokes and witty banter, then here's the anime for you. Honestly, who thought a harem anime would turn out to be one of the funniest and cutest love stories ever told? This is what Seikano, How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend, transforms into. You've got a team of high schoolers who want to make a visual novel, you have a tsundere who draws the art, a rather cold-hearted writer, a big sister who provides the music, the idol who the game is based on, and finally, the bespectacled manager. At first, all the girls seem to go for the boy, but soon a victor arises as we realize the idol, Megumi, is the one who is actually best suited for the nerdy manager. The first 2 seasons of the show is more of a harem romance, but the final movie is what actually gives you the feels, plus one of the cutest confession scenes in anime.
どうぞ。
Confessing to your crush always doesn't go the way it's planned. Such is the case for Chiyo Sakura in Monthly Girls, Nazaki-kun. When Chiyo Sakura finally gets up the nerve to ask out her crush, Umitaro Nazaki, he completely interprets this and asks her to become one of his manga assistants. The anime's got characters with a lot of tropes, and it's mainly because it parodies most shoujo tropes of the genre. But among all of that, you also have the tension of the main duo's relationship. And by tension, I mean Nazaki often misunderstands what Chiyo means. If you need laughs, then this is definitely the show for you.
富樫勇太だ。この腕の包帯は訳あって外せない。黒煙竜が暴れ出してしまうのでな。
We've all had embarrassing past, but what happens when it comes to faces? In love, Chunibyo, and other delusions, enter Takanashi Rika, who is still a devoted Chunibyo and knows Yuta's former not-so-glory days as the Dark Master. So much for an escape. Despite Rika being his personalized hell, Yuta accepts her and even uses his abandoned Dark Flame Master persona to cheer Rika up. The series is bucket loads of comedy, laced with progressive love. As the characters grow closer, Rika realizes that her emotions are not of respect, but genuine love. The show's comedy evolves from the various facades Rika pulls in her relations with Yuta. How many misunderstandings can you have in your life? 1, 2, or can your entire high school and love life turn upside down because of misunderstandings? Gamers follow the story of Kita Amano, a high schooler boy who enjoys playing video games all by himself. He's not very much social, but one day, he's approached by the popular girl, Karen, who asks him to join the gaming club. But Kita is the guy who prefers to play games just for enjoyment, not for the competition. Somehow, this causes some severe misunderstandings among Kita, Karen, and his newly developed friends, after each of them make wrong decisions, after seeing wrong things at the wrong time. The show's romance may be a little bland, but trust me, you'll never find better comedy evolving from misunderstandings.
じゃあご飯抜 にするわよ。鎖も外してあげない。
This reverse Isekai is about a man who gets transported to a fantasy world, only to become a slave of a girl named Louise. Saito Hiraga, who is the boy who gets transported here, soon finds him hating the customs of the world. He needs to eat like a dog, he gets a chain on his neck every time, and even though she's weak, the prideful Lucy always beats the hell out of Saito whenever she sees him with another girl. Now, in terms of romance, this may be a little bland, because at times, it might turn to a harem show as well, but in terms of comedy, you can get plenty of laughs seeing Saito getting beating up to every minor fault he does. If you were tired of seeing the main character getting beaten up trope, then this might not be for you, but if you can tolerate some of that, then you clearly get some laughs, plus, at times, some cute scenes as well.
あしら付き合ってんだから手くらいつなぐっしょ。お兄ちゃんの頭変目。
The main character of My First Girlfriend is Gall is going to be somewhat relatable for most of us. Junichi Hashiba is the only boy in class who doesn't have a girlfriend. He sees all his other friends with girlfriends and laments about how he can never get one. But his friends never leave him alone either. They encourage him to ask out Yukano Yami, the most popular girl in the class. The confession goes well. But Yukana, on the other hand, thinks Junichi is just asking her out to lose his virginity. She says yes, and what results is a crazy relationship full of jealous girlfriends, evil girlfriends, and of course, girlfriends with, really weird body sizes. Similar to Familiar of Zero, this uses the love between the main character for its own comedy. And if you haven't watched it, then this is a must-watch.
すいません、何でもありません。
If you need some bullying, more in a cute way, then Teasing Master Tagaki-san is what you should watch next. The show may not have a central incident like many others, but rather revolves around the day-to-day life of middle school students Nishikata and Tagaki, who sit next to each other in class. The bully here, as the title of the anime says, is Tagaki. Even though she may look cute and innocent, she always finds enjoyment by pulling pranks on the always frustrated Nishikata. She comes as the victor in almost all of the cases, except for a few, and the results of this are always funny. You can have plenty of fun watching these two squabble, so if you haven't watched it, this is a must-watch.
もしかして意識してる?
Okay, let's move into one of the weirdest barriers in a relationship, pride. Not that having a little pride isn't bad, but what if you have so much pride that you are not even able to do the confession correctly? And that's bad. In this anime, we meet the two prideful students, Shirigane and Kagaya, who are never willing to confess their love to the other because of their pride. This always puts them in funny situations that manage to embarrass one of them, or it turns into a competition that results in the victory of one party. It already has 2 seasons released, and each episode of this show tackles on a different situation happening in the student council room and delivers us some great comedy. It's rare to see rom-coms being something popular, considering how generic and cliche these are. But Kaguya, Some Love is War, is one of the shows that uses comedic elements and premise to deliver a unique rom-com you've never seen on screen.
だってどう考えても空手部の方がずっとまともな部活じゃないですか。
それを知るには少し過去に遡らないといけないぞ。
Finally, we are at number 1, and if you haven't watched Ouran High School Host Club, then you haven't reached to the best rom-com comedy this anime medium can give you. The anime follows the adventures of Haruhi, who accidentally breaks a vase in the host club room and later joins the club in order to repay the debt. The host club is a boys' club that serves as an enjoyment for the girls in the school, and it is filled with characters of bizarre and weird personalities that you'll immediately fall in love with. The anime is a bit old, but its characters, their personalities, and their jokes can bring you to tears. It features regular comedic scenarios in the host club, and also some drama and romance as it reaches its later episodes. So, there you go. These are 10 of the best rom-com anime you can watch right now. As usual, let me know down below what you guys like. And if you enjoyed the video, dropping a like won't hurt, you know. Make sure to subscribe to see more content like this, and let your friends know about this channel, so we can together hit that next milestone. That's it for today, anime fans. I'll see you in the next video.